G'day guys, it's Lunar New Year time again, and with that we're continuing the tradition of Don't Starve Together updates. This time we have the Year of the Catcoon in celebration of the Year of the Tiger, and I'm going to go through everything that comes with that event and also talk a little bit about the DST roadmap that was released earlier in the week. As with all these updates, you're going to need to build a shrine in order to access the new crafting tab. Place a feather offering in the Catcoon shrine and you'll get access to half a dozen things you can redeem in return for varying amounts of lucky gold nuggets. And in order to get those nuggets, you're going to have to play a lot of hide and seek. Scattered around the map are 8 little Catcoons, each one in a different biome, hidden behind naturally occurring objects like grass tufts and spiky bushes. Every Catcoon you find will give you a small packet of coins, and you get a bonus packet and bonus Catcoon when you find them all. Some biomes are a lot easier than others to find the little guys, but if you're struggling a bit, you can always hire a Tycoon with 1 lucky gold nugget to help you track the remaining Catcoons down. These Catcoons act much like critters and follow you around wherever you go, except they don't yell at you every 20 seconds to feed them. Eventually, you'll probably want to give them a home to stay, and that's what the Catcoon nursery is for. You can drop off your kitties here by sending them home when nearby, and you can pick them up again by petting them. You can also name your new friends by crafting a kit collar. Unfortunately, you can't name the Tycoon, but it will also follow you around if you hire it and you've already found all of the Catcoons. Unlike the other critters, the Tycoon will attack other creatures for you and can be killed as well, so be careful what fights you get into when you have it around. The Gobbler Wobbler and Kit Teaser are 2 cat toys that you can place down to give your Catcoon something to do when hanging around the nursery. They also play with the summer carnival decorations if you still have them around from the event last year. But the main game is hide and seek. You can activate this game through the nursery, and as long as you have enough objects in the vicinity, your Catcoons will run and hide behind nearby items. You get coins for each Catcoon you find, as well as a bonus at the end that increases depending on how many you manage to find within the time limit. This is probably the best way to get lucky gold nuggets, but unfortunately you can only do this minigame once a day. There are also 2 new statues you can get from the shrine, one of which is quite possibly the tallest statue in the game, and the other is a Catcoon. And speaking of Catcoons, they will also give you lucky gold nuggets. Every time they cough up a hairball, there will be a coin in there as well as the item they would normally give. You can keep getting more by giving them items like twigs or grass if you want. Catcoon behavior was also tweaked a bit in this update, and they will no longer delete the items that they steal. Instead, it will be deposited in their hollow stump. You can then rummage through the stump to get it back. Hollow stumps will now regenerate as well if too many of them have been destroyed in your world, which is a nice safety net if you're worried about accidentally making them extinct. And as with any DST event, there is a new set of skins to go with it called the Phantasmical Collection. It's pretty neat and involves the first skins for the Craftsmerm House, Hutch and Glommer. There's also a new Twitch drop for the next 2 weeks, the Conch Torch, which you can get by watching any Klei ambassador like myself over on Twitch. And there's another little mini game with this update hidden over in the trade-in. By clicking on the collar, you can adopt your own little Catcoon. I guess it's kind of like a Tamagotchi if you guys ever had one of those back in the day. You just feed it by clicking on the food packet, you gotta pet it, it sleeps a lot, and every now and then you gotta clean up its poop. I'm not sure exactly how often you need to do this, but if you don't take care of your little critter, it will leave in search of a better home, so make sure to not forget about it if you decide to adopt one. And before I end this video, I want to talk a little bit about the roadmap for Don't Starve Together in 2022 and what we can expect to see from this game moving forward. I'm sure by now most of you have already read through the forum post, but if not, to summarize, we can expect to be receiving the remaining 4 character refreshes in the next year and a bit, as well as 3 quality of life updates, the first of which is arriving sometime next month, an update to the summer carnival event mid-year, and 3 setting the stage content updates. It's already anticipated that the upcoming quality of life update is going to revolve around the tweaking of the crafting interface. There was a code hidden in the update post, and it's also shown in the link for Klei points. We were also told that the quality of life updates would be more significant this year, and would have more of an effect on how we play the game. So that's quite interesting, but everything else is pretty much just speculation. It's pretty hard to tell what character is going to be next in line for a refresh as well. If you look at the image they posted with the roadmap, you can see Wilson, Wickerbottom and WX, but not Maxwell for some reason. There are also gears amongst the foliage in the foreground, which has led some people to thinking that WX is next, but it's honestly impossible to tell at this point. I am though super curious on what is meant by the 3 setting the stage updates. It seems as though we won't be getting the sequel to the Return of Them story arc this year, so I wonder if these updates are going to be ones that aim on fleshing out the content from the last 2 years, i.e. more ocean stuff, more moon stuff, things like that, or whether they'll actually function as a prologue to something coming up. I also think it's curious that they use those specific words, setting the stage, as the stage is a fairly common theme throughout the Don't Starve story, with a number of characters being stage performers like Maxwell and Charlie. Obviously it could just be a coincidence, but it's interesting nonetheless. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the roadmap and on the Year of the Catcoon update as well. What are you most excited for in the coming months, and which character refresh do you think is coming next? Some of you guys also might have noticed that I've been away from the channel for the last month-ish. I don't know if it's a result of entering year 3 of a global pandemic or just feeling a bit burnt out in general, but I've had a bit of a break over the holiday period, went away for a few days, played some games from my Steam backlog, watched some TV, just relaxed a bit. I think more than ever it's really important to take care of yourself when possible, and I've just tried to keep my mental health at the front of my mind so I can continue to do what I enjoy in a sustainable way. I've still been streaming over on Twitch as well as uploading to my new Clips channel and VODs channel, but I think I'm ready to get stuck into new videos here as well. So thank you guys for your patience and support, and I'll be seeing you soon. Take care.